If you have, I mean, CBO is this is the only budget analyst role in which I've been. So I can't speak to other agencies or other types of roles, but I mean, you better be able to, at CBO you have got to be able to respond, be responsive, be able to juggle a lot of things at the same time, because you're working on a lot of legislation. You have a call, you have a meeting, you have an appropriations question. I mean, it's just, you have to be able to be, a good multitasker. You cannot have thin skin because people get angry. It's almost amazing how if people want a new program, they're shocked when you say this will cost money. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, so they really, people can get rude, people can get really upset. And so you gotta, you just have to take it in one ear and, appreciate their concerns, but not get upset by it.
I'm not sure if you need, I interned for almost a year during the budget process in local government when I was in grad school, and it was Prince George's County, Maryland, the Office of Management and Budget. I worked at CBO, Mental House Budget, and I've yet to see a training program that really focuses on how to do this kind of job. But I just feel like you need to have strong generalist analytical skills. Be it, some quantitative skills. You don't need to be a programmer or something like that. We have separate. CBO has separate that can run the SAS and do all these different things for you if you need population projections and things like that. Some basic spreadsheet, quantitative skills, some strong analytical skills. You need to be able to write well.
Yeah, you need to be able to write.
Be concise, be short. The people you're writing to, whether it's a director or a secretary, or whether it's director of CBO, or whether it's a member of Congress or the chief of staff, they don't have a lot of time.
It helps to be hungry too. I mean, it helps to get into it, like hungry. I mean, it helps to decide, like, when I applied, I didn't say I want to work on what I'm working on, which is land and water. They just said, this is your portfolio. And I mean, you got to learn to, you want to appreciate whatever opportunity is given to you and get into the subject matter. I mean,
yes.
I think that, a broad interest is good. I don't know.
Yes, if you go into a job and you just say, okay, I'm only going to work on this and that's it, you're probably going to find yourself without a job, because if you go in with that closed mind, no matter which job you go into, you're not going to be a valuable employee. So I think you definitely need to go in and, don't just go in and say, oh, that's all I'm going to do and that's it. You actually have to be able to have the initiative. Yeah, have initiative and definitely invest yourself. One thing that I learned, and I only learned it because we didn't have enough people to do it, as soon as I got my clearance and I got my TSSCI, next thing I know, I started working on the classified budget. Did my job positions in the classified budget. You're going to be working with the Office of the Director for National Intelligence. No. But I wanted to learn another aspect of budgeting. I wanted to learn another area of budgeting. What does the intel community do? I know. Why? Because, I'll expand myself, take that initiative to do that particular job. So I think if you just approach it that way, you'll find that you can almost make a job into what you want to make it.
Have one more question?
I have a question for you. I'm kind of just generally, I guess, confused as to when you say you're a budget analyst and rules of how you brought it, what does that entail? Like at CBO, when we say we're a budget analyst and a huge part of our job is costing bills, and we're analyzing the impacts and trying to figure out how much this bill will cost. When you say you're a budget analyst, I guess I'm just trying to get a feel for exactly what do you mean by that?
What do we do?
Yeah.
What do I do? What do I do? No, okay. What I actually do is, for example, when I was new to DNDO, I had to learn about all of the programs. So what I did is I met with all of the program managers. If you look at the congressional justification, it's not just a bunch of spreadsheets, it's not just a bunch of exhibits with numbers. It contains a lot of narrative. And you really have to justify. If there's one thing I can't stand this, is when you send something to the Hill Here's a bad example of DHS's CJ abilities.